So I don't drive, let's talk about it. I stopped driving about a year and a half ago. I had been in 6 total car accidents, actually, and most of those were when I was pretty young and pretty careless, honestly, and they didn't faze me so much. But the last 2 are the ones I'm going to talk about, and those are the ones that got me to actually stop driving. I got in a big 4-car accident on my way to Orlando from my hometown in Florida in 2022, and that started off my anxiety with driving and made me to where I had started to really reduce how much I was driving after that. Side note, my ex was super rude about that too, by the way. And then we got in a fender bender in October of 2023, and that was actually the one that was the big, that really affected me a lot. I ended up getting 2 bulging discs in my neck and ligament damage in my lower back from that accident. And so it was a big deal. Those injuries, specifically the bulging discs, they don't heal. That doesn't go away. And so I did physical therapy, but there's only so much you can really do with that. And so I ended up with the permanent damage, and after that, my anxiety just got worse and worse and worse surrounding driving. Due to my anxiety getting worse, I started learning a lot about how cars really are just not that good for us in the world anyway. And so that also started kind of becoming a big opinion for me of I don't want to drive as it is. And then in February of 2024, my car died. My Kia Soul that I had just suddenly stopped working. At that point, I completely stopped driving. I was like, you know what? It's meant to be. I'm not driving anymore. And I literally have not driven since then. Now, I do continue to no longer drive, not only due to the anxiety that I have surrounding driving, but also because I have a condition called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And for me, not everybody with this condition actually fully passes out, but I have. And I don't want that happening while I'm behind the wheel. So just that on top of the anxiety and everything, I live in Chicago now. I have moved to a place where I have access to public transit and I don't need to drive anymore, so I simply choose not to. It is very privileged here in the US that I can get around without a car. I recognize that, but a lot of us should not be driving, and I recognize that in myself. I recognize that I was just no longer equipped for it, and I decided that it would be best for me and everybody around to stop driving. Side note, if you're a Chicago resident watching this, please write your representatives about the CTA, because it needs funding, and I don't know, maybe you don't want me behind the wheel while I'm passing out and you're in the crosswalk.